than I felt this entire trip.
Angela's ability.
Top 5 out-of-control patients on My 600-Pound Life. Dr. Now, an Iranian-based doctor who looks after the patients on the show, is full of patience as he deals with so many patients on the show who completely go out of limits and do whatever they want. Some of the patients who even went out of control of the one treating them are as follows. Number 5. SCHENEE Murray. SCHENEE Murray, a 27-year-old patient who weighed around 712 pounds when she came to seek help from Dr. Now. She shared her struggles of having 2 miscarriages and how she was raped by her cousin when she was very young. After the miscarriages, she gained more and more weight due to her mismanaged eating habits. Dr. Now hospitalized her after she crossed the line of 700 pounds. She was even given a diet plan, but unlike her mates like Paula Jones, she never followed it and continued to eat junk food. Dr. Now helped her lose 91 pounds in her whole journey on the show. The diet compelled her to eat more and more. She even used to eat the famous illicit pizza. And although Dr. Now advised her to go to therapy, but she never dealt with her emotional issues, which further worsened the case. In the end, she cut off all ties with Dr. Now and blocked his calls. She always missed her appointments as Dr. Now had dismissed her from the hospital.
It's a result of fat, okay? So how many times do we have to go with this?
Number 4. Angela Jones. Angela Jones, another memorable patient in the history of the ones who tested Dr. Now's limits of patience. She always acted as if she was being punished all along. Although, like almost every patient, she had a really tragic story of her life which involved frequent sexual abuse, rape, opiates, and drug addiction. And she even had spent some time in prison. Like most of the patients, Angela, without giving much thought to this, she turned to eating for comfort. Gradually, her weight began to increase due to the junk food she had, and in the end, she weighed 643 pounds, and she sought Dr. Now's help. But in the hospital, Johns always argued with Dr. Now and blamed him for punishing her all the time. She was even issued a warning to go to either rehabilitation center, as she was quite manipulative, or leave the hospital. But she continued with her same attitude, making even the viewers and staff furious.
Because you missed your appointment again, saying you were sick, but turned out you weren't.
Number 3. James King. Some of the patients in My 600-Pound Life are so physically disabled that they are immobile and even unable to care for themselves or do their own chores. These patients are only confined to their bed because of them being overweight and too stubborn. The same was for James King, because when he entered his weight 791 pounds, he also used food to comfort himself of the traumas he faced. But throughout the episodes, he behaved very selfishly, didn't stop eating. Because of him, his daughter had to drop out of school to care for him. Even his father, who was quite aged and suffered from a stroke, paid for his bills all the way to Houston. But he never cared and carried on with his same attitude. Dr. Now warned him, but he never took it seriously until he was dismissed. James' girlfriend, Lisa, helped him in having all the junk food he wanted. Dr. Now was so furious at her and called Adult Protective Services, and after some time, he was dismissed because of his attitude.
As much as he's drinking, he seems like he's swelling.
Just look at your leg and see how things are. But you have gained.
Number 2. Paula Potter. Paula Potter was already famous for being in the headlines due to many reasons. Firstly, she was certified for being the world's heaviest woman in 2011 Guinness Book of World Records. Moreover, she appeared on the show Dr. Phil too. And finally, a lot of the news and headlines were made about her as she claimed of losing weight as a result of having sex 7 times a day with her husband. She was very stubborn and behaved rudely with Dr. Now, always arguing. During the episode, her health began to deteriorate, but she never listened and thought herself to be following on the right track. When Dr. Now insisted on hospitalizing her, Potter said to him that he was just overreacting to her weight and she would be fine. The viewers were very furious because of her attitude.
I'm really concerned for Pauline right now.
Number 1. LaSHANTA WHITE. LaSHANTA WHITE, another uncontrollable patient in My 600-Pound Life, stood in this category due to her eating habits and many more things. When she appeared on the show, she weighed around 700 pounds, but was not letting food go. Although her backstory is like the other stars on the show, and due to that, she found solace in eating junk food. She was even reported to hide chicken from Dr. Now. She had a really aggressive attitude with Dr. Now too, which was not at all tolerable. Her manipulative ways with almost everyone around were going out of hand. But at the end, she was given a chance to apply for surgery if she managed to stand up on her own.
Hello?
Hey, honey, how you doing?
These My 600-Pound Life stars are a few from a long list of their patients who crossed the limits and annoyed everyone around, even the viewers.